Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Hope you're looking after yourself on this Monday evening, and whatever you've done today, I hope you've enjoyed it. A really annoying one, I've actually recorded this video already and it just basically cut my recording off right at the end, so I'm a little bit annoyed about that. But anyway, we're going to jump into it. We're talking a little bit about Ollie Watkins, talking a little bit about Jota, not Diego or Diogo, I'm not sure what you say there, the Celtic one or the Al Ittihad one. And also, we're talking about a player that we're due to sign. I know. We're out of the transfer window. How's that possible, Andy? Stay tuned. Let's talk Ollie Watkins first and foremost. So Ekrem Kanub said that Spurs are planning to basically have a look at Ollie Watkins come January time. The tweet basically reads that they're planning a January move for him, for Ollie Watkins. So Ollie Watkins by January time will actually be 28. Okay, so still in his middle of his prime. You know, definitely a player that's going to give you good solid minutes because he's a player, and I'll go through his stats. As of last year, I think this year he's played 6 games, you know, 1 goal, 2 assists in the Prem, so 3 goal contributions, so 1 at every 2 games. But last season he had 37 games, 15 goals, 6 assists, so 21 goal contributions in the Prem last year. And don't forget, last year they obviously went from having Gerrard as a manager to Unai Emery as a manager, different style of play, lots of change. And when you get a new manager, sometimes there's a bounce, sometimes there's a lull, sometimes there's a transitioning period. So you can't, you don't really sort of shoot anyone down if they don't do very well within that period, right? English international, 7 games for England with obviously 2 goals. And the transfer market valued him at 40 million euros. In January, he'll have 18 months left on his contract, okay? So it's getting to that period where if you're not extending, we need to move you, okay? I think under Gerrard as well, by the way, he did play a lot of wing compared to playing as a number 9. And I view Ollie Watkins as a number 9. I view him as a guy with great movement, good physicality, quick, you know, good pace to him. Does need a few chances before he scores the goal. I did kind of think, you know, from what I have seen, sometimes does fluff a few chances as well. I think Ollie Watkins is a good player. I do. My query is, and as you know, if you've watched my videos enough, do we need him, and would he make us better? Now, we need a striker. We know that. I think we all love Son, but we look at Son as a left winger who can play some striker. Okay, on that then, would he make us better? I'll go with yes. I don't think he makes us substantially better, but I do think he makes us better. And the key point to all of that is Ange Postecoglou. It's coaching. We've seen it. We've not even hit double figures of games. We have changed from having, you know, 30% possession or something like that at Arsenal to now 54% at the weekend. We're a whole different style of team now with different attacking patterns, different defensive patterns. And I do think a quick, pacey striker who can hold up the ball would really suit this team. A la Ollie Watkins, a la Ivan Toney. And I think it would suit not only Ange Postecoglou and his style of play, but also Daniel Levy, because he likes an English international. It's good exposure. We know he does. He's always been interested in English internationals. It's why we get linked to Harry Maguire every half an hour, yet we never want him. It's just rubbish reporting. So on that then, yes, I could see us potentially doing this move. Now, I would personally prefer Ivan Toney. That's just my personal preference. I mean, some of you might like Ollie Watkins a bit more. One thing with Ollie Watkins is he's durable. He doesn't miss games. I mean, he's played in every Prem game this year. He missed 1 Prem game last year. He's very durable as a player, which is a very key part to when we potentially next season play 2 or 3 times a week, because I think we'll get European football next year. Okay, then on that front, you need someone that's going to be playing or give you the opportunity to play often. It's a thing with, you know, Richarlison, no matter how you think of him as a player, he's had injury issues for the last year. You know, it's that it stands in a guy's favour when he can play more than once a week. But anyway, that's on Ollie Watkins. Let's talk about the new signing quickly. It's a really quick one. Luka Vuskovic, the defender from Hajduk Split, the 16-year-old. We look like we've basically sorted the deal out. It's around about 12 million euros signed, so very expensive for a 16-year-old. It's not something that I was ever expect Spurs to do, but super high talent. There's a lot of upside to him. And do you know what? If Ange wanted him, and if Ange feels like, you know, in a couple of years' time, if I'm still here, I can get him to really kick on and I can coach him up, I'm all for it. in Ange we trust is always the way we should look at all of our deals. And last but not least, Jota, not Diogo. Jota, the Portuguese one, not Diogo. The Al Ittihad winger, the player that played under Ange Postecoglou at Celtic last year. So, if you're not aware, the situation is he moved from Celtic this summer for about 25 million euros to Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia, the club that Nuno Espirito Santo manages, the one that Karim Benzema plays for, or Kante, or the millions of other players they got. The situation is he's not done well since going there. He's played 5 games. He's registered, I think it's 133 minutes with 1 goal. So cameos for a £25 million deal. And I did some digging on this basically. And the Al Ittihad, this is a report from Football Scotland saying that Al Ittihad Chiefs are seeking an investigation into the signing of Jota following his rapid fall from the first team squad. The Celtic signing has already bombed out of the matchday contention despite joining only a few short months ago. He was not registered among Al Ittihad's foreign players in accordance with league rules and is barely featured under Nuno, with just a few cameos to his name with a start or 2. It's likely you won't see any action until January, with the AFC Champions League and Club World Cup football to come, with neither competition requiring the same registration as the SPL. Look. He's a player that suits Ange. He is a player that would suit Daniel Levy because there's conflicting reports. Ekrem Kanur basically put this out that say that Al Ittihad are looking at terminating Jota's contract. Football Scotland said that he's been denied the opportunity to rip up his contract with the club, instead looking for alternative options for his future. Well, he's going to be stuck there until January. I know money's not an issue for him, but he'd be stuck there till January because he can't really do anything in that period. I just read, though, that Al Ittihad, which is the Steven Gerrard managed club, did try and loan him this summer. Bonkers. Bonkers. What a weird situation that is. But basically, Ekrem Kanur on Jota said that Tottenham manager Ange Postecoglou could be reunited with the Celtic winger Jota. Spurs are keen to sign the Portuguese player for free. Obviously, if he gets his termination of his contract, then yeah, definitely something that we look at for free. On Jota from last year, I'm not going to talk about this year, but last year under Ange Postecoglou at Celtic, he played in 43 games across different competitions. There was 5 of them that he played in. He scored 15 goals with 12 assists, so 27 goal contributions in 43 games. Very solid from a winger, because he could play left and right wing. In the Premiership, so the actual main competition in Scotland, he played 29 games. He had 11 goals and 10 assists, so 21 goal contributions in that period. Look, I think it's a bit of it's a good move. One, it's good depth that we probably could do with. Obviously, Brennan Johnson going down injured is something that's something that you've got to take into account. With fast, explosive players, hamstrings can go. You wouldn't believe it because I'm a little bit heavier than I used to be. But as a young player myself, I was quite quick, so I know hamstrings can go, and they can go really easy and quickly, and they are painful. That being said, Richarlison also gets injured a little bit. Son gets injured a little bit. And it's important to have that depth there, I think Brian Hill will be coming back into the fold potentially before January as well. So if it was to come about that he was a free, I think it'd be a no-brainer for me personally, because knows the system, knows the manager. He is good quality depth, good player as well, which helps. It should be an easier transition than most clubs maybe would be. But we'll have to wait and see, because I think on this situation, it's all about what happens with Al Ittihad and all the Saudi chiefs and if they terminate his contract or not. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy the video. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section below. You've got the Jota situation. You've got Vuskovic signing. You've also got Ollie Watkins. Let me know, would you want any of them? If you don't, who would be the player? Not Vuskovic, but Watkins or Jota. Who would be a person that you'd want instead? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm definitely trying to post a lot more now, guys. So, yeah, the uptake of videos will definitely be here. Subscribe, yeah, hit the bell notification for more. And anyway, guys, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.